let us dive down my rabbit hole that is fitness. And let's answer those questions. Welcome to the Ask ML Fit Show. I appreciate you being here. Hey, I'm Matt from Matt Lane Fitness. If you are new to this, it's exactly what it looks like. You ask your fitness questions and I answer them. I've been a nerd for this for about 13 years. I'm a nurse, I'm a trainer, I do the behavioral change specialist, all the blah, 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 all the intros. I hope that you'll add to the questions. I hope that you'll drop your questions below because I love answering them and I want to talk to you. Let's do it here on YouTube. First question, belly fat covering abs. Every day for the past few months, I've been doing some type of core/ab workout. For the record, these are your abs, as most people refer to them. The front ones, you know. Your core is a part of the abs. The core goes all the way around. Your core, I said that backwards. Your abs are a part of your core. Your low back, your side, your obliques here, and your rectus abdominis, that's the abs. That all is in support of the spine. So if I say core, if I say ab, I'm talking about the same thing. Usually following some YouTube videos. It looks like you're using YouTube. I like that. I notice that I am starting to feel my abs underneath a layer of belly fat, okay, on my stomach. It's interesting because my head goes to, maybe you do, but maybe you're now more aware. Maybe you're actually touching when beforehand you didn't really think about it. Because believe it or not, those abs were there beforehand. I digress. I was wondering if there's anything I can do to burn that fat away, meaning belly fat. No, there's nothing you can do specifically just to target this. Spot reducing fat is not a thing. You cannot do that naturally. I'm also a teenager, so maybe it could be just baby fat. Well, I think we'll just call the baby fat for babies because you're a teenager now. So I get what you're saying, but no. Any help is appreciated. Gotcha. So first of all, respect. Whoever you may be, respect. Student Life 82. I'm pulling these questions from Reddit. So first and foremost, you get to see your abs through a decreased body fat. So if you don't see them quite clearly right now, it's because your body fat level is too high. The lower that body fat level goes is when they start to show up. Now, just like with the bicep or whatever, yes, you can make those muscles bigger, so to speak, but all of the sit-ups in the world aren't going to reveal those abs, okay? So, I mean, you might be able to see some, different separation of the muscles and stuff like that, but even that is only going to be seen with a low enough body fat percentage. You decrease that belly fat through a calorie deficit. You cannot spot reduce. You can't just lose fat here and not lose it throughout. You have to lose it throughout the entire body. So spot reduced fat is not a thing. You have to be in a calorie deficit. Use MyFitnessPal. I got a video on how to use it. It's a free app. Start tracking the calories. As much as people don't want it to be the case, it is. Let me grab a swig of water. Some swigs. I'm parched. Need fast and easy breakfast ideas. I don't know what it is, but it feels like I run into a lot of this, like need food ideas. So respect, but maybe I should stop answering these because I feel like I don't have great answers for them. Okay, way to build it up, Matt. Med student, about to start a surgical rotation, so I am living purely off student loans and have no time to feed myself. Got it. Need something that I can heat up, make in less than 5 minutes. I have to do the little... while I'm brain dead at 4 a.m. Before I head to the hospital. Any ideas? All right, so here, I got it. I understand what you're saying. But ultimately, this is meal prepping. This is meal prepping, whether you want to believe it or not. Now, I get it if you're a med student and all. I was in nursing school. I get it. I found the time to meal prep. I'm not going to impose that on you. But if I were in your shoes, instead of these quick, easy hack recipes, I would be looking for the staple meals. So get yourself a protein source, get yourself a carbohydrate source and a vegetable. You can get all of those pre-cooked. You know what? I have a playlist where you can do absolutely zero cooking meal prep. And ultimately, I would be doing you a disservice if I told you to go get a protein powder because you need that whole food, especially if you're a med student. So I'm gonna plug that playlist, and I have all sorts of meal prep type options if you're on a limited budget, if you just want to use a crock pot, if you have no time, if you want to do zero cooking. So you know what? I'm just going to link the playlist. That's going to do more than my words will. Day 1 is coming. 360-pound male looking for information on best multivitamins and supplements. Gained a lot of weight from legal weed in pandemic. I like that you put in that legal part. Like, it's almost like you're standing up for yourself. Zero judgment here. Any tips for multi-target exercise? All right, we got a lot of things happening here. All right, first of all, 360 pounds. Gotcha. Big thing for you, I'm guessing you didn't really gained a lot of weight from legal, so it sounds like you're probably wanting to lose weight, I'm guessing, because you made note of gaining weight. You need a calorie deficit. If you download the app MyFitnessPal, that's going to be one of your best friends. I have a video on this channel explaining how to use it. It's a great thing to use. So, calorie deficit is first and foremost. There are no vitamins or supplements out there that are going to replace a calorie deficit. A calorie deficit or energy balance, okay? Calorie deficit is what causes fat loss. That is the way to do so. So if you have a calorie maintenance, if we all have to have a certain amount of calories to maintain our current body fat, our current weight, and our activities of daily living, if this is the number, let's say 2,000, you have to be eating less than 2,000, that's a calorie deficit, on a daily basis or a weekly basis, okay? So you need to take in, let's say 2,000 calories a day at maintenance, times 7, that'd be 14,000. So for the week, you need to be under 14,000. Preferably for the day I would shoot for, but that was a lot of things to just explain a calorie deficit in simple terms. Vitamins and supplements. If you want to know my real opinion, I think that caffeine is a good thing if you don't have any sensitivities. I think that creatine is a good thing if you're trying to build some strength, working on hypertrophy potentially. And then honestly, I don't really think that multivitamins are great. I think it makes expensive urine at best. I could be wrong. What do I know? Supplements are not regulated by the FDA. However, Twinkies are. So what does that tell you? Take it with a grain of salt. If I were you, I'd be focusing on the food before I focused on vitamins and supplements. They are good for a certain time and place, but I'd focus on the food first. But I'll give you those. And then multi-target exercise. So I'm going to go out on a limb and think you mean multiple muscles being targeted, so compound movements. Tell you what, I have a playlist on my channel, and I'll link that above too, that it's just a bunch of body weight stuff, compound movements, but the push-up, the pull-up, I understand those are probably really tough to start with. So you can do altered push-ups, you can do assisted pull-ups, and there are a boatload of other movements that you can do in replace of those if they're too difficult. But the best movement, the one that is so underrated, the one we use in healthcare, and the one we use in fitness, walking. I know, underwhelming, and it's so underrated. So I promise you, use those things that I just spit. I promise you, you can do it. I've seen it happen. I've watched it work, and I've felt it work on myself. Here's the deal. I ran my mouth quite a bit, and I hope I gave you some value. If you're feeling squirrely, you're wanting a fitness plan based in science and behavior change, it's what I do. So look down below if you want that. You don't have to be perfect at this fitness thing. Just be better than yesterday every friggin' day.